as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready?
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Back to throw. Alexander. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rams at 4-6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And he was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, but now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Walker to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Geno. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Looking to throw. Alexander. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, 26 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And Walker once more. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing now is Geno. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissling. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Walker hitting the ball is out, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having balls.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Ready?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Alexander. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Alexander. He's going to go up top again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Running left is Walker. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to Walker on first down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 14. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Darrell Taylor, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. You back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the... This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Alexander. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown. Well, it's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Smith now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Alexander. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Geno now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give. Akers running left. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. To throw on 2nd down. Alexander. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Third down at 13. To throw is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready, set.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Alexander. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Alexander. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA! Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Smith. look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Going right back to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Up the middle they run, it's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Walker with another carry.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Toss left side for Walker. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw here in overtime for Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime.
Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Alexander completes this to Jefferson. And he will stop the clock here as he's out of bounds with the first down. The 24 seconds remaining.
They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,